All right, how's everybody doing? Well, I finished Donnie Darko. Yay. It's really on the weekends only when I could delve into that stuff. And it seemed like I had so much other stuff going on during the week, a lot of mini videos as we got into the 1260 days. And one friend gave us the Abraham Accords date as confirming the covenant with many, but that would push us to the abomination all the way in 2024. That means when the wars begin during this dark winter, we have 3 years of World War III to kill 2 billion people. I would just hate that. I mean, good grief. So, but that was sent to me by Michael. Not a fan of that, but maybe that's just me not wanting to believe it. But it was a highlight by Michael. Michael L. That's how he wants to be called. His last name was up there, so I'll quit using his last name. Might have changed it for a reason. I respect that, though he didn't ask me to. And that's the one that had the UAE and all that. So could be, very easily could be. So it's May 19th, or it's January 2024, which wouldn't bring Christ back till, well, about 2027-ish, 2026-ish. Anyway, let's get on with Donnie Darko. And took more pictures and it took more videos. And so these are out of order. So we're going to do the pictures first. Some of them, of course, I've already taken, but there's a fire truck that had the 18, and there's the jet engine that killed Donnie because, see, Donnie escapes the death in the jet engines the first time around because Donald Trump did not die. It was the Twin Towers that went down on the first 9/11. But this time he does not escape death. And the quote unquote jet engines kill him, or now he are the 2 Trumps that go down. The clone will take the fall. He will go into perdition, running World War III behind the scenes, just like Palpatine was running everything behind the scenes in the last Star Wars. They said this cannot be. He was dead, and they said cloning, dark sciences, the Siths knew how to do it. So you've got the 1/8 for 6 + 6 + 6 on the fire truck for the 9/11 firemen and the jet engines taking down the Trump. Of course, Trump is 88 in gematria. I left that up here. To text to Trump, 88022 stands for Trump being 88 in gematria. But the 022, I used to think, oh, well, he's going to declare himself to be God on February 2nd. And then I realized there's 22 Trump cards in the Terra card deck. And of course, there's this big controlled opposition QAnon lady, Beach by the Sea, or Santa surfing for Satan surfing the sea because the beast out of the sea. And she sells Trump cards. So that's what the 022 is about. Don Drumpf is 666, which that was the original surname of the family before it was changed to Trump to match the other Bible prophecy of him being here in his own name, because the Antichrist is here in his own name as the horn of Daniel 7, because the horn of Daniel 7 is the Antichrist. So he's literally telling you, I'm here. And guess what? Trump Tower has 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725, that perfectly match the little horn of Daniel 7 passage as the Antichrist, Daniel 7:21 through 25. Of course, Donald Trump and Mike Pence come to 666 in Gematria also. That's Jewish Gematria. The other is English Gematria. The chances of both are, oh, gee, I don't know, 1 in a trillion. This is Donnie Darko's calendar. And they're going to give us the date of October 30th. It's not Halloween, October 30th. And if you notice and you remember the Middlesex calendar that Donnie Darko began with, it said the 26th through the 30th, which is 5 days. And the middle day, Middlesex, is 28th. But the speculation to me is that Trump won't, that the hit will take place on the 28th, and that more than likely he's in limbo for 2 days and then he dies, or that he dies, takes the hit and dies on the 28th. No, Donnie Darko began on the 26th, so he literally could take the hit tomorrow, die on the 28th, and rise on the 3rd day. In the world of Judaism, which were God's original chosen people, 1 minute of a day counted as a whole day. So it's 1 day, 2 day, on the 3rd day. So these are all possibilities. I forget. I was thinking about something else while I was talking, and now I forgot. So Donnie Darko, I'm sorry, this is not the Donnie Darko calendar. This is the calendar of 2009 when Michael Jackson's This Is It came out. It was also on a Wednesday. Donnie Darko's calendar has the 31st on a Monday. So if you were to back it up 2 days, which is what they're telling you to do, then are they also telling you to back up the 30th as the day he dies? Because Donnie Darko died on the 30th. Are they telling you to back that up 2 days also, that he's going to die on the 28th? Literally could get hit tomorrow, die on the 28th, spiritually rise from the abyss on the 30th. I don't know. It's a lot of big speculation. That's all I'm doing is speculating. And again, when I Googled Addams Family visits the Pope, of course, they came up. In the Addams Family, you had Cousin It for Michael Jackson's This Is It on a Wednesday, the October 28th. The Addams Family also had a daughter named Wednesday. And this year, on October 28th, Michael Jackson's This Is It falls on a Wednesday. Time Magazine, Beast Out of the Sea, I kept that there. I guess my bushes are still there. Alex Jones, Controlled Opposition, Truth Mixed with Lies. And in case somebody's watching this and they're a fan of QAnon, we're going to get into QAnon in a bit. Jones is Controlled Opposition, Truth Mixed with Lies, just like WikiLeaks, QAnon, Snowden. QAnon has given us some big clues about October. She's reading Stephen King's It when Donnie comes walking by. She looks at him because Donald Trump is it. Where is Donnie? He will go into hiding after he is hit. Excuse me, Donnie, you're such a DICK, because we all know Donald Trump acts like that. This is when he announced that he had COVID-19. So we're adding 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds off of that, which takes us to October 30th, which would be when he would rise. Wouldn't the world really end in their mind when he rises from the abyss? Sure. So it still points to October 28th more than anything else. The arm that it was written on, I was thinking one thing, but now I'm thinking it's just that there is an arm that goes dead from Zechariah 11:17. The right eye gets hit. And I was watching The Exorcist, and somebody turned and their right eye was missing. The movie opened up with Mary the statue, and of course they're in Georgetown, which is minutes away from Washington, D.C. And of course, George was what JFK Jr.'s magazine was, and that's what the QAnon people are all about. So Trump is George. He is Georgetown. He is Reagan, who was the little girl. Remember, Trump's all about the goddess. And Reagan, of course, was a president who at first was an actor, just like Trump was. And yes, Trump was an actor. He's in a lot of TV shows. This is when Donnie Darko began. And of course, this year on October 28th, Donald Trump said that he had COVID-19 and 88 means Trump. So everything is there. October 2nd, that's when he received his crown, his corona. And you have the 19 for the name of the disease called COVID-19, and 88 means Trump. So on October 2nd, Trump said he had COVID-19, which was the corona, him receiving the crown. And that, of course, popped up when? At 9/11 of the movie. Now, the theatrical cut opens up with a different song. It opens up with The Killing Moon. The director's cut opens up with In Excess, Never Tear Us Apart. I probably should look at those two dates when those two songs came out. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Opening song. Okay. This is known as a portal, thanks to Enter the Stars. That Donald's eye is the portal, the eye that gets the deadly wound. We showed you Trump as a child. He had baby blue eyes. Of course, there's Frank the Rabbit. Again, he's talking about time travel in Donnie Darko, which, of course, Back to the Future was all about time travel, just like this past movie, Tenet, was all about time travel. Tenet, same director, same actor. I'm sorry. Yeah. Same actor and director from the Batman trilogy and the Prestige. Prestige gave us cloning. The actor, though, was not Christian Bale this time, but it was still Michael Caine. Michael Caine was in all three movies, connecting the director, Christopher Nolan, again, Christ, Christina Ricci, Christ, Christian Bale, who plays Bruce Wayne, who is Donald Trump, Christ, Christian Bale, Bale on Christianity. So, but they admitted that Back to the Future 2, that the character Biff was based off Trump. He had a tower, casino, hotel, all that. I'm sorry, he didn't have he just had the casino and the golden money sign, and he was super rich and arrogant, womanizer, all of that. So they're telling you again about time travel, and in their mind and in their world, that's what they think they're going to be doing. And of course, it's not biblical, so they won't be. I told y'all that Back to the Future, the Bible was written back in time, but it is about the end times future, the book of Revelation. And so in the book of Daniel, so that's what they're telling you. They're going back to the future. They're going back, but they're giving us the end times. I did finally record this for y'all. I didn't have it last time. This is the blown up version. Donnie Darko is going to walk in here. I've got the video for you. We're going to go through the rest of the videos today. Donnie Darko walks out through a door here. He walks into this room where it says, so he stands for Donnie Darko, which is Donald Trump, to be elected president. This Tangent Universe stuff, this is throughout the movie. Y'all would have to watch the movie and tell me what y'all think all these things mean. He's got the Triumph magazine, the Triumph t-shirt, which is the Arch of Triumph. Triumph is also, the word Trump and Triumph are synonyms. I showed y'all that, I think Donnie Darko Part 1. And he's wearing the Trump or Triumph, Arch of Triumph t-shirt. Of course, we already went over the Booker. We broke that down. I think it was Donnie Darko Part 2 or Part 3, where we actually broke that down, that they were reading the book I Pet Goat. And Donnie Darko, of course, speaks of a book in Sarasota, or Sarasota book, or something to that effect. She says the books at the Sarasota Mall bookstore. That's what it was. And of course, the first I Pet Goat was read at Emma. They were reading a book at Booker Elementary in Sarasota, Florida. George Bush was there. That's just a close-up of the photo. 88 means Trump, so it's Donald Trump when Donnie's taking his pills. And of course, Donald Darkness. You're getting the dark also. Wound to the right eye. That's Frank and Donnie Darko, because Donnie Darko shoots Frank in the eye. Which, I don't know. Obviously, they're crossing things up. Interesting. I wonder if anything, there will be any type of French connection to do with Trump's assassination. Will it be a Frenchman or somebody born and raised in France? Maybe they're part of Trump's Secret Service or something. That ends up being the person that kills him. But it's the person that directed The Exorcist. Also William Friedkin. He directed The French Connection, but he interviewed Fritz Lang, who did the movie Metropolis, which was about the AI, a 1927 silent movie, a German silent movie, which I've shown y'all in previous videos. Got to go way back, but Beyonce, actually it's in my Ghost in the Machine 4-part series on my playlist. Don't go to videos, go to playlist. You'll find it. When Donnie's walking into this party, that they're having a Halloween party, somebody's got a big jersey on that says Fry 67. No clue. But they're telling us something with that. That's June 7th. That's the 67th day of the year, which I guess we should take a look at that, because we're looking at May 19th possibility. So let's take a look. The 67th day of the year, you're going to fry. Well, if Trump's going to declare himself to be God on May 19th, but if you notice in I Pet Goat, there's a massive nuclear explosion. So is that when that is dropped? And everybody's going to fry. There's going to be massive nuclear war. And is that what they're telling us? I mean, I sure hope it's 2021. I don't want to wait all the way to 2024, man. You telling me I'm going to be that long without my nachos or pizza, my gluten-free pizza, or college football? Or I mean, listen to my flesh talk here. Do I really want to go through 3? Do I really want to wait till 2025 for the? No, man. I want it all to happen tomorrow. Don't we all? Seriously. No. Michael could be correct. But wow. So are we all going to fry on the 67th day? Or, I mean, it could be June 7th. Commentary. Commentary, commentary. Commentary. Again, I had that as also a different version of Trump coming alive with the spirit of Antichrist. As Satan was, see, Satan's now leaving him. He is fully loaded or uploaded or downloaded. So Satan is now indwelt in him through the technology. Unless that's the false prophet. If this one's the false prophet, because remember I said that the Antichrist beast, that there's three versions, just like there's three versions of our Lord. There's Spirit, Holy Spirit, Jesus in the flesh, and of course God omnipotent. And so you would have Satan, who's the image that speaks. Then the beast out of the sea would be possessed with his spirit through possession. And then the false prophet would have the uploading through the technology, which is how everybody else will get their mark. And that's who receives torment day and night forever and ever. It's the fallen angels. Humans don't live forever, folks. Jesus said, fear him which can destroy both body and soul in hell. Hell is the grave. That's all over my Hell is Not Eternal Torment. I think it's a 3-part series. I'm not sure. I did redo it. So this could be the false prophet. Now that I think about it, see what y'all think. So anyway, the Day of the Dead, this is not happening on the Day of the Dead anymore. That is just representative of what happened on the Day of the Dead. This is your dark winter. Some people said this was ash from nuclear, but now that they're talking about this dark winter, there's snow everywhere. There's, I mean, that I believe is Trump. The other one I think is the false prophet. Now, the false prophet could be Trump's avatar. They could both be Trump. We ever thought about that? They would say Trump had a clone because they knew he was going to be assassinated. Then he was assassinated. And then he's going to realize, look, I understand why everybody went to kill me, because I was evil. Remember, he's representing the Christian church. So he will denounce it all. He will go back on every single thing he's ever stood for. America? Nah. Or America first? Nah. He's going to denounce America. He's going to denounce Christianity. He's going to denounce it all. He's going to be a new man. So, again, it's all speculation. By the way, the restaurant Five Guys, 5G, Five Guys, 5G. I woke up with that today. I don't know why. No clue. Carl sent me this about Operation Dark Winter. Let's go back, though, and finish the pictures. Where were we? About the fry. Then here's Georgetown. It's only 7 minutes. 1.8. That's 666. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. That's 0.6, 0.6, 0.6. 0.6, 0.6, 0.6 miles. Georgetown to Washington, D.C. 7-minute drive is what the GPS is telling me when I searched it last night. Guess what QAnon's throwing out there? First of all, the Egyptian obelisk. Osiris is risen. The lost penis of Osiris. Well, I think it's Horus is risen, right? I shouldn't get it mixed up. The whole Osiris Horus thing, you really got to study that. That's some deep stuff. There's Isis, Horus, and Set. It's just, but enjoy the show, Trump is saying. And we're telling you the show is going to be on the blood red moon. I'm sorry, on the on that hunter's moon. Hunters become the hunted. The invisible war. Well, of course, who's going to be hunted? They're all in this to get her her is the bride of Christ. It's not Hillary. The QAnon people, of course, are just deceived. So you've got the blood red moon that Trump was born under. You've got red, the color for blood when he's assassinated. You've got this hunter's full moon, and the QAnon people are telling you the hunt is on. And didn't we say quite a few videos ago that the hunt for Red October could be tied to all of this? And now they do it. QAnon does it. They call it Red October. So we were right. Yay. All right. Round of applause for the Holy Spirit for giving us discernment. So the QAnon people are led down this wrong path by, of course, the ghost in the machine, Satan. We showed you all that in iPet Go. The letters are in the background of that teacher. I am Q. I am Q. When you say it quickly, I am Q. I am Q. I am Q. They're telling you that QAnon is nothing more than the ghost in the machine. This was also a Donnie Darko, The Manipulated Dead. I took a picture of it and cropped it. The Manipulated Dead will set and ensure. The Manipulated Dead will set an insurance trap. I don't even know what that means. The living receiver, who I believe is the Antichrist, that Donnie Darko was playing the role of the living receiver, must ensure the fate of all mankind. Like Donnie Darko was saving everybody by dying. Well, here's the calendar this year. Monday the 26th through the 30th. Monday through Friday. Fry Day. Fry 67 was on his shirt. Fry. Why the 67 though, y'all? Is that 67 days from 9/11? Hang on. From September 11th, I mean, hang on. From 9/11, 2020, you go up 67 days and you get November 17th, which is 11/17, which is what? It's Zechariah 11/17. Now, again, I could just be all over the place because I have all these numbers connected in my head. That's what the Lord gave me my whole life, was numbers, 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 numbers. 24 was my lucky number. 24 was my lucky number. Well, we don't believe in luck. Luck is Lucifer. But 24 was my number my whole life. I always wanted a football jersey that had 24 on it. I had a blue and gold one. I had a green and gold one. And come to find out, the number for Jesus, and I wore 42 in high school. Y'all that know me on Facebook, you saw the jersey number of 42. Well, because I couldn't get 24, so I got the reversal. Well, when you go to Blue Living Bible and look up the word Jesus, it's G for Greek, 24, 24, and there's a 42 right in the middle of it. So it's like the Lord was always, like Paul was killing Christians until the Lord called him. But he said, when I was called by his grace, when I was cut from my mother's womb. So at birth, you're his, because he knew you at the foundation of the world when you're born. But that's why the Illuminati go through embarrassment rituals in their club world, because God embarrasses us and allowed me to be obviously a fornicator. I mean, nobody repents from having premarital sex until the Lord calls you. Every movie you watch, is fornicating and premarital sex, obviously adultery throughout movies. But I didn't think twice about getting drunk, but I was heavily into astrology and numerology. So November 17th, though, could be, again, all these numbers are in my head, so it takes me to Zechariah 11:17, the woe to the idle shepherd, his arm will be clean dried up and his right eye shall be utterly darkened. So let's keep going. Living receiver. So anyway, 2 different songs, 2 different versions of Donnie Darko. The Killing Moon in the theatrical version, the director's cut, Never Tear Us Apart. So you're never going to tear Satan away from his people, as Satan is directing the show. But the theater, the theatrical, the theatrics is the Killing Moon, because they're going to stage theatrically that he's killed. But in essence, he'll be alive, and there will be no tearing him apart from anybody. I'm just throwing it out there. Michael Jackson's This Is It, October 28th, was on a Wednesday in 2009. Cousin It and Wednesday, Addams Family, as we've already discussed. There's the stag in Donnie Darko that has to all about the horns falling off and growing back, the rebirth. Again, Trump Tower's 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725. That perfectly matched the little horn of Daniel 7's passage as the Antichrist. He has the upside down pyramid, which stands for the moon goddess, the divine feminine, the sacred feminine. 6 by 6 by 6 bushes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't make it up. And crowned Corona wreath. And we showed y'all that Madonna had the wreath back in the summer or spring of 2019. They were all wearing the masks to protect you from disease, and they had wreaths on their head. So she was already telling you about the coming ritual of the Antichrist receiving his crown, his corona. So now we're going to go. Let me set up my videos for y'all. All right, let's just go through the videos, and for me to properly do them in order. I started the movie. I'd already played this once. Do I need to do this to set them up? Sorry. I should just do that. Hope I go in the right order. Oh, you're not going to believe the closing comments. Star Spangled Killing Moon. Literally, the Star Spangled Banner comes on during credits, which is all about what? The United States, which is all about what? Donnie Darko, because he's president of what? The United States. The Star Spangled Banner's in their closing credits. So, yes, they're in order this way.
Aren't we forgetting about the miracle of storytelling?
So I'm replaying this again. I had it on a long video earlier, but when she brings up Ex Machina, the God machine or whatever, that's the image that speaks. That's Satan in the computer to save the rabbits, to save the world.
The De Ex Machina,
the God machine. That's the image that speaks. That'll be Lucifer or Satan or their God in the machine, in the computer. To save the rabbits, she already said the rabbits are us, Donnie, the people.
God machine, that's what saved the rabbits.
So that's just so freaky, right? I mean, wow. Okay, so let's get rid of that one. When we get rid of them.
The only good teacher here.
Cellar door. We're going to have the gematria of this. So, do I have gematria pulled up? Oh, tower. 5G tower. Real quick. Queen of Heaven, right there. Time traveler, right there. Trump Tower. He's the time traveler. Trump Tower. The 5G tower. They think they're going to be able to change time with these fallen angels and so forth. There's something else I thought that was pretty interesting. Oh, it was anti-Jesus is in here. If I already scrolled, oh, Mike Pence is also tower. Horus, which is what the Antichrist rising is Horus. The wall. Black Pope, but the 5G tower stands for the Queen of Heaven. And of course, the anti-Jesus. There it is. Anti-Jesus, Antichrist. The Antichrist and the Queen of Heaven. It's all about that tower, building that tower. Okay, let's get on with these videos. Oh, I'm sorry. We were going to do cellar door. That's why I went to gematria. Am I spelling it right? Cellar door. Yeah, it's an E and then an A. Why did she give us cellar door? Cross. We're going to show you what she says. Father Hex. Said it's the most beautiful, most poetic word in the English language, cellar door. Well, he rises from the abyss, and is that the cellar? I mean, that could be all it means. But Alpha and Omega, Sun Lord, Hidden Dragon. Vatican, the secret, Mercury, the address, Capricorn. Doesn't really look like there's anything big in gematria. I shouldn't just keep going. There could be something here. Sorry to waste y'all's time with that. Really, that's on me. Hey, I lost 2 subscribers. I had 515 or 516, I think. Yay! God's will be done. All right, so why does she say it? I don't know. It could just be the abyss, the opening of the abyss, the cellar door, because the cellar is down below.
Thank you.
He said she's a great teacher. Commentary.
This famous linguist once said that of all the phrases in the English
Commentary.
language, of all the endless combinations of words
That cellar door is the most poetic.
in all of history, that cellar door is the most beautiful.
Well, that's when the abyss opens up, right? I mean, come on. I think, yeah, this is Donnie coming out, and this is where I showed you the close-up. There's 2B president. Donnie Darko, 2B is in quotation marks, and president is underlined. So they're telling you, and I didn't really expound upon that when I showed you the photo, but of course the 2B is in parentheses, and president is underlined. And here comes Donnie Darko. We read from left to right. Donnie Darko, 2B president. All right, right? You can screenshot that and blow it up if you want. So in 2001, when this came out, when the first Twin Towers went down, this came out X number of days later after after the Twin Towers went down. And they were already telling you Donald Trump was going to be president, weren't they? So, of course, he's killed by the sword per the Bible, which we know could be just a metaphor for a weapon. And, of course, Donnie Darko's got a sword to his throat. And this, of course, is right around the Halloween party of the 29th, maybe, when they were throwing this party, I think. 29th to 30th, I think it was the night of the 29th. And of course, she's got the sword. Instead of me slowing it down, which slows us up, there's Donnie with the sword to his throat with a big knife. Okay, so they're giving you everything now. Everything that's in the Bible, they're giving it to you. They're even giving you the sword. There's a sword right there on Donald Trump. And so I don't know what day in the movie this occurred. It could have been the 28th that took place in the movie, now that I think about it. Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not going to go back and look. And she's run over by a car. What a bummer. Of course, they go back in time and they change all of this. And of course, Donnie's a skeleton. He is what? Day of the Dead. They wear what? What was James Bond wearing in the Day of the Dead? Now, how do they orchestrate all this? The Ghost in the Machine has Satan in the computer. The album Ghost in the Machine came out in 1981. Well, how long do you think the computer's really been with man writing the script for? Longer than when they've told you. I've seen pictures of these like gigantic computers that would fill up a room, a large room. It was like, it's super. There's no telling, folks. As soon as they had electricity, Satan fell like lightning. Benjamin Franklin discovered AC/DC, the group AC/DC, Hell's Bells. Benjamin Franklin discovered electricity. Satan fell like electricity, fell like lightning. Benjamin Franklin discovered AC/DC by getting hit by lightning. They're all just giving you metaphors for Satan. As soon as anything audio or because people used to channel demons. That's how they wrote music or wrote things. They channeled demonic spirits. They channeled Satan, what have you. Satan could even manifest, disguise himself as an angel of light. He came to them as Lucifer, the goddess. He's always been the goddess to them. That's why the goddess has always been celebrated. Mary in the Catholic Church, so on and so forth, goddess. So there's no telling how long Satan's been able to speak to them through an audio speaker, moving into him then teaching them how to create the computer. And then once he's in the machine, he's just writing movie scripts, presidential speeches, television show series, whatever. And that's how they do it. That's what Hollywood is. The holly tree was the wood they used to make the magician's wand. And so they're literally magic over there in Hollywood. And it's the magic of Satan. And that's why in the 70s, all those songs had the word magic in them. Magic Man by Heart. Do you believe in magic? When Barry Manilow, the song, I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and everything. I mean, he says, I am music and I write the songs. Who is music? Satan was in charge of the music in heaven. Per the Old Testament. So the timbrels and pipes. So he is music. He is Satan. He is in the computer. He is the ghost in the machine per the album by the Police in 1981. So that's why Donnie Darko is wearing the same skeleton that James Bond was wearing on the Day of the Dead when Spectre opened up. That's how they're able to do this. These aren't people doing this. And the Bible tells you in Ephesians 6:12, it's your enemies are not flesh and blood enemies. It's principalities, it's the fallen ones, it's rulers in high places, all that stuff. Go! So he tells his friend to go. Then he shoots Frank in the eye. So there's Frank dead. I guess Frank is the clone that takes the fall, and the clone that is here as Donald Trump is actually Satan in a clone. using Trump's other body as an avatar, and he's going to take the hit because Frank was the spiritual person telling Donnie throughout the movie, burn it to the ground. So that's very interesting. The lady in the background that wrote the book on time travel would probably represent. Well, Lucifer is the lady, but she's not wearing red. She's the bride of Frankenstein. The image that speaks from the movie Metropolis, because in the movie Metropolis, the image that spoke, it was a walking computerized woman that morphed into a woman fully. But at first it was just like a robot. And Beyonce, of course, is dressed up as that robot from Metropolis. I've shown y'all that in other movies. I mean, in my Ghost in the Machine montage. I think it's a 3 or 4 part series on my playlist if you're new to my channel. And for Jamie and Holly Ann and all of y'all that already know all this stuff, you know, I'm giving all this for people that are catching this video for the first time, or if you share it with somebody for the first time, you know, if you share it with your friends.
Storm.
A storm is coming. Wow. The dark winter. Woo, I got goosebumps. There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. How many times have we shown that out of the Batman Dark Knight Rises? There's a storm coming. Got goosebumps. Wow. So there's a storm coming, which for somebody that's new, Donnie Darko is Donald Trump. Somebody sent me that on Mike Pence. Let's just do it off iPad Go. There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. The volume is never high on this. You think all this can last, and then it cuts right into there's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. So the same exact thing is being told to Bruce Wayne or Donald Trump in 2 different movies, by that lady and by Catwoman.
All this can last. Storm.
There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne.
Storm coming, Mr. Wayne.
I'm sorry, it's not very loud.
You and your friend, storm coming, Mr. Wayne. Storm coming, Mr. Wayne.
You friends better batten down the hatches. Michael, you want us to batten down the hatches for 3 years? Let's make it just 6 months. Come on, man. Let's make the... I know we're trying to make it fit for our world so we can be happy. I'm kidding, Michael, but you know what I'm saying. I need to read these titles because, see, I almost stopped that video and it said storm coming in there. Sword, Phoenix, Fireburst. No, I didn't, did it? But she does say a storm is coming. Wow. This is the dark winter that is shown on that school. Remember all the snow that was piled up against that school? It's so weird. You know, it snowed where I live, and I work at a very tiny charter school now. I've been at the big middle schools, but now I'm and our school is not 2-story, but can they bring snow all the way down to Florida? You bet they can. Can they create a superstorm because they control the winter? You bet they can. And then we have no electricity. They could freeze us all out, even all the way down here in Florida. They can kill people with the cold. You better believe it.
You must hurry.
You must hurry. Yep, you must go to the abyss. Do your job.
up?
I don't know what all I've got to say here.
Oh,
Oh, the word purge is going to pop up here. Of course, purge, election year. This is the election year of the real purge. The purge election year movie came, or the movie Purge came out in 2016. And then there's another one. The Purge election year came out in 2016. And we know that the real Purge election year
watch the word purge end up on the right after Donnie's died.
It flashes
And there's
in the
the
middle
portal,
first.
Of course, Donald's blue eye, the portal. It's going to be on your bottom right, the word purge.
There, you saw it flash. I didn't stop it soon enough, did I? Well, we're not gonna worry about it. Y'all saw
Purge.
it. There it is. Hey, timed it right. There's Purge, election year 2020, not 2016. And there it is on your bottom right.
Well, it began in the middle, didn't it? Yeah.
Chatter on the radio. Interesting. I know not to cut these short because. So there's the calendar. And of course, again, Donnie's calendar has October 31st here. So everything is backed up 2 days to our world.
Of course, he's wearing a skeleton outfit also on the night of the knife and the death of his girlfriend, where he shot Frank in the eye.
Guess that was it. I was tired last night when I was watching all this stuff.
Though it's one eye, of course, Antichrist, deadly wound, right eye.
What's this one called? Right eye portal. 35 seconds.
This looks like the right eye because then it's going to fade to the nose or to the middle of the face.
Oh, I remember this. Okay.
Or to the right, which is where the whole face or where Donnie is.
There will be so much to look forward to.
Now, what I'm saying is you're looking at a right eye because the camera will then pan that way, taking you to the what I would call the nose and the rest of the face, and then Donnie appears. If you're facing a right eye or you're facing a person, to see the rest of their body, you would pan to the right.
Right eye, looking at.
See how it starts, the camera now starts to move. There's the tear duct in the middle. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the right eye because there's the tear duct. Right? Am I doing that right? That's the tear duct, which means that's the right eye.
Yes, to the nose.
And then, of course, it's nothing but an eye, but theoretically, then here's your nose, and then there's Donnie right here.
Well, the whole face.
So there, now you get the whole face. So yeah, that was the right eye. Straight out of Zechariah 11:17. And
because that's where Donnie's at.
in Fry 11:17, Fry 67, it was on the shirt, and it's 67 days after 9/11 of this year. It is on 11/17.
Though it's one eye.
All right. So anyway, done with that one. Let's move to the next
time
one.
is reversing. He's going back to where he is dying.
So yeah, I've already kind of shared this with y'all. I figured it out last night. So
in the movie. But the time is reversing. He's going back to where he is dying in the movie. But to me, it's just showing the other time he died, which was the Twin Towers. It's just going back in time 19 years ago and showing you 9/11, because the jet coming through and crashing and killing him in his bed, because remember, he wasn't in his bed and he missed the jet engine. Now,
yeah, when the movie happens, Donnie's asleep on the golf course in the remember, you know, the whole sun god thing. You know, you go back and watch Donnie Darko Part 1 that I made last Sunday. You know, Patrick Swayze, are you sleep golfing? You know, remember that? And that's when the jet had crashed and Donnie missed it by some, you know, everybody was like, oh, it was a miracle. So he didn't die on the first 9/11 when the jet crashed. And this time it's simulating that now you are dying. You are the Twin Towers going. The Twin Towers are going down now. It just didn't happen on September 11th. That would have been too simple, wouldn't it?
the jet, he is happy that the jet engine is killing him. That was the whole theme of the movie. He was able to reverse time, save his girlfriend or save people, but he ended up dying himself because he was going to be killed in the jet by the jet. So the other stuff would never happen to the people, to his girlfriend.
Yeah, because his girlfriend got ran over by a car, and now his girlfriend's going to be alive. And the movie ended. Girl just rode by on a bicycle. Girl that was his girlfriend. She goes, "What happened to this little girl?" And or to this little boy? And the boy says, "Donnie Darko died. Jet fell into his house." And she's like, "Wow, that's sad." You know. So, yeah. So they reversed time.
But this just, to me, this is just Twin Towers. The jet's hitting the two Trumps. That's a jet engine right there. It's all
Commentary.
all it is. That's all it is. They're just showing you that 9/11
That 9/11 was the two Trumps.
was the first time he went down.
And of course, same girl that played Bruce Wayne's wife or girlfriend, excuse me. Yeah, I watch a lot of UFC. No wonder that popped up. I subscribe to Global News. Let's keep going.
Now, as Trump, oops.
I always wonder if the Ghost in the Machine. Ghost in the Machine, though, shouldn't have that kind of power yet, right? We'll try to put something on my computer.
I mean, Donnie is coming.
So Donald Trump, or Donnie Darko's coming out. Police, and you're going to see Secret Service. When these guys were at the beginning of the movie, they were in their suits and sunglasses, and they were saying they were from the FFA. They wanted to try to cover up. They were like, hey, like try to make a settlement. Don't sue us. We don't want this to be all over the news kind of thing. But it's really Secret Service. So you're going to see this scene when Trump is assassinated. You're going to see police and you're going to see the Secret Service
coming out of the house dead. And they pan through the cops. Now, they're trying to make you think these are the aviation people here, because, that's who it was at the beginning, to hide the fact that an engine fell in the house. They were going to pay the family not to say anything. Well, they're just showing you this is Secret Service. The president's Secret Service.
Yeah, they are. The suits, the sunglasses, the Secret Service. Cops, Secret Service.
Jackets, suits.
3 guys in sunglasses and another suit without a sunglass. I wonder how close we'll get to having that exact scene for us. Literally, they could stage that. 3 men standing with sunglasses, one bald without sunglasses, Secret Service men. Do you know that they are more than capable of doing that? You better believe it. And we should know within a week if they haven't been misleading us, because they sure are telling us that it's this week.
Sunglasses, suits, sunglasses.
Commentary, commentary, commentary. And of course, the girl from The Dark Knight, like we just told you, connecting the two movies. Donald Trump, The Dark Knight. Donald Trump, Donnie Darko. In this movie, she plays his sister. In the other movie, his girlfriend. But still, the connection. It's, come on, folks, right? I always wonder what the Ghost in the Machine might throw up there. Huh? It's still basically everything I'd subscribe to. Global News and Fox News. Why would I follow Fox? I want to see what they're saying. Try to follow the narrative. I don't believe the news. But
I took a picture in case you can't see the 18 on the fire truck, but that's 9/11.
okay, now I already showed y'all this with the picture. Well, this is a 3-minute video, so I let's go ahead and let this play.
Jet engine.
The New York Jets, where the Twin Towers fall in New York, the New York Jets and the New York Giants. Why Giants? Because there were giants in those days. Straight out of Genesis 6, 1-9, when the fallen angels were having sex with the human women, creating mighty men, men of renown. There were giants in those days. Noah was perfect in his generation. That's why God sent the flood, to get rid of the Nephilim, the giants, because the fallen ones were having sex with the human. So you got the New York Jets and the New York Giants. And Trump's got in his Trump Tower the statue of Eros and Psyche, who, and you just Google that, Eros and Psyche, Trump Tower, or statue of Apollo, or portrait of Apollo, Trump Tower, and you'll see the statue of Eros and Psyche. And that's the fallen angel having sex with the human women. It's right there on his coffee table. There's no shame in his game, folks. It's just that people that are handed over to pride, these QAnon people, they're going to sit around. They're not given discernment. It's God given. It's grace. They're not under grace, at least not right now.
Engine. And the 9/11 firemen, fire trucks. That's when
666
Trumps went
18,
down
666
at 9/11.
18, 6 + 6 + 6, 18.
So it's just fused into them telling us when the real night. I think Trump, you see, this movie, it all went down on the 30th, which is the full moon this year.
Oh,
Not
this
the
is
30th.
just me already telling you what I've already told you, where I'm backing the calendar down. So I'm obviously not going to waste your time with that.
Because no,
And I get
The
confused
third-
doing it today. I woke up and I was able to pull it off.
oh no, it's a little confusing.
Again, sleep on something.
Get better. Yes. If you back it up.
Oh, that's what the whole video is about. It says 28th or 30th, so I'm not going to waste your time with it. We already went over it.
You listen to the really morbid music as the movie's credits are rolling.
And that music is throughout Donnie Darko whenever Frank's appearing. And that's why I quit watching it back in the day. I was like, what is this movie? This movie's stupid. And then I would watch some YouTube videos. Probably Angel White, who again I think could be artificial intelligence. Just the name Angel White. But Angel White, YouTube, who I think is the ghost in the machine, because nobody ever speaks. It's just cut-ups from movies, tying everything together. I was watching an Angel White video, and sure enough, I was like, Donald Trump's the Antichrist. And I thought, that DVD that I quit watching that's sitting in my DVR is Donnie Darko, is about Donald Darkness. I went back and watched it again. Then I eventually purchased it. But why did I quit watching it? Because it was creepy. You can just hear the music. Didn't sit well with me. I was like, ugh. Well, it's going to go and bust into the Star Spangled Banner, which of course is all about America, the President of the United States. Dun, 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 dun.
And then when the credits are rolling, it morphs into the Star Spangled Banner. So if this doesn't
See, the movie is still rolling, so I could get a copyright strike.
tell you that it's the President of the United States, Donnie Darko, I don't know what does. Never mind. This movie has nothing to do with the United States of America, other than the fact that it took place there.
So in other words, why would they be playing this Star Spangled? Never seen Star Spangled Banner and credits rolling in my life.
And you're telling me that it's just randomly when they roll all the songs, which represents your government, your nation, your president. Come on, folks. By the way, the Killing Moon did not.
Yeah, and I already told y'all that the Killing Moon is in the theatrical cut. So where's the Star Spangled Banner at? It's when you start seeing songs. What am I saying here just to make sure I don't miss nothing?
Begins with.
Yeah, we're just going over the songs. Okay, here's your Star Spangled Banner when the songs start rolling. When the credits roll with music, because at the end of movies they always give you every song that was used. That's when the Star Spangled Banner comes on.
Never Tear Us Apart, Horses Carry.
So they're giving you all the songs while the Star Spangled Banner is playing in Donnie Darko. Are you kidding me? It's because America's going to fall, obviously. But he's president of Los Estados Unidos, the United States. Donnie Darko, to be president.
Star Spangled Banner, of course, that you're hearing now.
Under the Milky Way.
Head over heels, under the Milky Way. Lucid Memory, Lucid Assembly.
I think that's all this is about.
There's the Killing Moon right there.
Mad World.
And of course.
Anyway.
That's it. It's an hour, 53 minutes theatrical.
Yeah, that's the theatrical version. The other was 2:13:51.
The director's cut is 2:13:51. That's an extra 20. And the director's is The Killing Moon.
And we showed y'all that The Killing Moon talked about death on a blue moon. We can go back to those lyrics. I think that's it. That is it of all my videos. So we'll close out with Killing Moon lyrics. The Killing Moon lyrics. My friend Carl threw this at me. Echo and the Bunny Man. Of course, the Bunny Man. Who's the Bunny Man? Well, that was Frank and Donnie Darko representing Satan in an iPet goat. In an iPet goat. You got the bunny on the wall. And the bunny is looking over here. She, I was told, represents the solar eclipse, but she puts her head down and the apple rolls. I think she represents the full moon. You've heard of Blue Man Group. They're all blue. This is a blue moon. So she would represent the blue moon. There's the stag, of course. I showed y'all how the stag horns are right over Trump's head at the very beginning. Right there. Stag horns right over Trump's head. There's Trump with his upside down pyramid hand signal that he always sits with. And there's the rabbit over here at the top right. So that's the full moon. And she's depressed. Be funny if that was representing Ivanka. Which I don't know what's going on there. But is Obama or his group fingered for the murder? And that's why he's sweating. Because Trump's after them. He's calling them all criminals right now. And there's the dark winter. But let's get back to the lyrics. Just close out with what we said we were going to do. Under a blue moon, I saw you so soon, you'll take me up in your arms. Too late, I beg you, or cancel it. Well, like Jesus begged God, he was in prayer, but he closed with, not my will, Father, your will be done. But if you can remove this cup from me, so be it. Jesus was in prayer because he knew what was coming. And so Trump is telling you, under a blue moon, I saw you, Satan, so soon, or goddess, the moon goddess, you'll take me up in your arms. Too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate, up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. In starlight nights, I saw you so cruelly. You kissed me. Your lips a magic world. Sounds like the moon goddess, the mother goddess. And there's so many flags. This girl came out from Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan flag.
Here is information for...
You can't imagine how many flags have the moon in it. And symbol for Islam, moon, crescent moon. What you don't realize is they're all in the same squad. That's almost an upside down pentagram for Satan. But it's the moon goddess. It's Lucifer. What you don't realize is they're all in cahoots. They're all playing a role. These world leaders are just following what the ghost in the machine tells them to do. When the Iranian dictator says something, he was told to sit there, all following a script. National flags with a moon in them. Sun, moon, and stars. Sun. It's all about the sun god. Some are representing the moon goddess. They're all playing a role. United States, we've got our stars. And the red and blue make purple. Mystery Babylon, purple and scarlet. There's so many countries with red and blue, like France, Britain, there's tons of them. So you get the idea with the star. And when you see the star inside the moon, they're telling you that what the moon is. That it's not what you've been lied to believe. So anyway, that's it. That's a wrap on Donnie Darko. 26th is a high watch day. This whole week is 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. 31st. November 2nd is the last day of the Day of the Dead, a 3-day event celebrating the dead are alive. So if he rises on the 30th, then they start their celebration on the 31st, a 3-day event. Again, he could be killed on the 31st and rise on the 3rd. I mean, we've seen it many different ways. We don't know. The Bible tells us, be ye as wise as serpents, yet harmless as doves. We don't do anything about anything, but we would like to think we're getting the wisdom of the Holy Spirit. And I don't know. We're going to see, aren't we? Like I've told many people, this is how I tell people. If Donald Trump, because I just know it's going down in 2020. That's all I know. I mean, well, I'm 100% sure he's the Antichrist. I'm 99% sure he's going down in 2020. Twin Towers, TT, 2020, 2020 vision, 2020, their vision. So I'm 99% sure he's going down in 2020. I'm 100% sure he's the Antichrist. But the rest of it, it's, you know, it's speculation, obviously. So I just tell people this. If Donald Trump is alive and well, nothing dramatic goes down with his life on January 1st, 2021. I've got a lot of explaining to do. And there'll be a lot of egg on my face. That's what I tell all of my friends, who, of course, our friends all think we're crazy. Right? I mean, so that's what I tell them. I just said, look, we got a lot of explaining to do if he's still here on January 1st, 2021. If he loses the election and goes back to, you know, selling real estate, you know, yeah. I mean, it's a hard sell to go. Him losing to the election is the deadly wound. But he's really going to be doing things behind the scenes as a real estate agent. And that Biden then and them, they come and enforce a vaccination that connects us to the 5G. And then World War III somehow begins. And then Donald Trump appears back on the world stage. And that's him rising from the deadly wound. I just don't see that. When Zechariah talks about the right eye, and so on and so forth. So I think we're really going to get real death, real gunshots or stabbings or something. I think that's what's coming. Donnie Darko shot him with a gun. Frank in the right eye with a gun. They just showed us the sword. And then it morphed over to a gun that he used to shoot Frank with. So they're telling us the sword means gun. All right, anyway, I love y'all very much. Can't wait to read your comments. Y'all are amazing. Trust me on that. I love y'all.